Hello, this is probably Star Wars Paladin. Playing a Novare. Last game for the night. Look at something really quick. Huh. I hate it. I hate it when you're playing. This happened to me tonight. I feel like total freaking crap. Realized that there was a guild member on and I didn't even notice. I don't know how the hell I didn't notice. Oh, I need to be asking Daz. I'll talk to Rex after this match. I'm trying to get more guilds to stop and stare. I'm trying to get more guilds to help me support the channel, so we can get some more viewers. And of course, I want the channel to be. I want more people to know about the channel and everything, but one of the reasons why I want the channel to be bigger is I want to bring in more like-minded individuals to help build the channel. To help build the channel. Not just watch it and enjoy it, but to help everybody. Help share experiences and help create a positive environment, because stop it, Ringo. Just help try to create a positive atmosphere. Shh. Shh. Keep having to deal with negativity, and that's always going to be present, but negativity is easier and easier and easier to deal with the more you surround yourself with like-minded individuals. So. Oh, what the? What the? Okay, well, I'm glad that I got that on video, because I don't think anyone would have ever believed me. I've never seen that before. That was amazing. Oh. Crap. He needs 2 more. Oh, man, my throat is just not doing good at all. What I think I need to start doing is I need to start having a big glass of tea every night or something. These monster rehabs are really good, but I've been losing my voice. Son of a bitch. Alright. Where's your boyfriend? I'm trying to save Hera for as long as I can. Oh, so my suit is done, with my tier 1, which means I'm starting to work on 1.5. I call it 1.5. It means I'm going to be putting mods and enhancements in it to try to get it specific to my needs and how I imagine the suit going. Shoot. They got her, didn't they? Damn it. My character's not strong enough. This is the kind of friggin' bullcrap you have to deal with from Infamous. Because they refuse to play ranked. Sometimes, for whatever reason. um, they're ruthless. They're ruthless, and they they don't just want to win. They want to just make it frickin' miserable. Gosh darn it, come on. What the? Put me down. That's frickin' weird. And that's the way I feel like, because why else would you play like this? I mean, do they get enjoyment from just stomping? And I've only ever seen one guild in any MMO that just specifically likes to stomp for the sake of stomping. It's like, you're gonna win. Why chase me down all the way back, and why just sit there and farm everybody at their res point? I mean, what kind of just sick people just sit there and farm you at your starting point, basically, and chase you back to your starting point over and over and over and over again? This is unranked. I mean, it's not that competitive. We don't care about competition that bad, but they're gonna sit there and farm us right outside the starting area, because they're super competitive, but we're not playing something that's that competitive. And then everybody jumps into their damn defense. What about the frickin' rest of us? There's only a couple of them, and they do this to everybody. And we don't have a composition that can break the way that they play, because none of us are trying to play at that level. They have their own tier, and they don't want to play at that tier. So I'm going to sit down here with everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. Now let's watch the real story here. We had great heals. We way out healed them, but we had just equal damage. But two of their players were able to hold a node, basically, while everybody else stayed tied up and balanced down here. I don't know. Infamous is extremely frustrating group. They're not. In my opinion, with that kind of power comes the responsibility of encouraging play, not discouraging play. You need to be promoting the community, not destroying the community. And that's what they do, in my opinion. They destroy the community. So you can't watch games like that and go, oh, it's okay that they do that. They do that every game, and each game is to different people, and every game we lose players because of them. We don't gain players that way. We lose players. So this is not a competitive PvP server, but there is ranked. They can go play, they just choose not to. So this is what they do. And they don't even just hold the node. They're not content with holding the node. They're not content with winning. They want to chase you down and run you all the way back to your spawn point. And that's just not good for the community. That's not good for anybody except for them. And when you have just a bunch of self-serving, powerful people running around, you lose subscribers, you lose players, you lose the community. Honestly, it gets old. I should have stopped trying sooner, but somebody else was trying to help me. Hera was trying to help me. But there was just nothing. It's like even if my character was fully geared and fully spec'd, it still would have been a struggle because they just kept me stun locked the entire time. You have to have a very, very, very powerful group to break that. You have to have a really powerful group for that, and that's not what we're trying to do. That's not what the channel's about. The channel's not about creating a supergroup. The channel's about normal play, and unranked is about normal play, not super beefed up super characters. I keep telling people that. I'm not trying to make a super character. I'm just trying to play normal games. I'm trying to make a channel about normal games, and they sit there and farm you all the way back to the beginning. I mean, it's not even a challenge. It's not even a challenge for them. I don't know why it's allowed, and I think they have some responsibility. I think they have some responsibility to not do that. They could control themselves if they want to. They just don't want to. Yes, BioWare could do something about it too, but at some point the community's got to decide. The community's got to decide whether or not they are going to help the community or destroy the community. When you do things like that, you're really hurting the community. And if 2 players or 4 players are ruining the experience of 150 players, you'd think BioWare would take a look at it. And I'm not trying to make a super group. I'm trying to make groups and show other people how to make groups. So I have no interest in playing on their level. I just want to play normal unranked. And my suit is done. And starting tomorrow, I'm gonna play mids. And somebody else can deal with it. I'm not freaking dealing with that crap. Sick of stupid Infamous doing jack for the community, but destroying like what little unranked PvP community we have, watching them stomp all over it, farming us all the way back to the beginning. And then everybody hops on the channel and defends them. Oh no, there's no unranked. They have to do that. No, it's time, take responsibility. Take responsibility. Freaking help build the community. Don't destroy it. And Don't empower people and allow people the entitlement to destroy the community. That's freaking stupid. You know, if someone's walking around spray painting your town, you don't go, oh, it's okay for them to spray paint the town. This is their town too. They can ruin it. They can ruin this town if they want because it's their town too. No. It has to be a sustainable coexistence. You know. It's freaking common sense. I'm so sick of arguing about this with people. That's what I said in my vlog too. It's like, this is common sense. I mean, it's well documented. There's so many articles about this over and over and over about the negative impacts, even financially, the negative impacts of trolling, the negative impacts of all sorts of different bad behaviors. I mean, they're ruining the community. I mean, they do. They literally make people quit. I don't want to play. I don't want to waste my time. Why the hell would I waste my time paying for a game where I just get farmed into a corner? Why would I do that? And why would anybody do that? Oh, they have the right to do that. No, they don't. Just because the game allows it doesn't mean anything. BioWare shouldn't have to code every single little permutation and possibility in. Yeah, they can't kill you up top, but if you stay up top, you get kicked out of the match. So your only option is to hop down and die. And I'm not going to create a super group to deal with it, and I'm not going to beef my character all the way up and beef a group all the way up just to deal with the 5% of the PvP community that's screwing up the game. There's a lot of people in Tier 2 that don't do that. Okay? They just do it to feel cool and to feel superior. And it gives them a cool story to tell. Oh, we two people single-handedly blah blah blah. Well, no shit, you did. You outgeared everybody, and you're probably on chat. So of course you did. That's everyone's like, oh yeah, you guys, wow, that's a good job. To their other guild members, they're all just supporting their own negative, perpetuating their own negative bad behavior. If you're so powerful, if you're so freaking powerful, why don't you actually help the damn community out for once? Why do you sit there and just destroy it? I don't get it. It blows my mind. Or go play ranked, or just go find somewhere that's actually competing on your level. Find the other people that are competing on your level and fight them. Why would you compete at a lower level? Like, nobody does that. In real life, nobody does that. I mean, unless you have to because you're grouped up because that's the way that your sports system works. If you're a true competitor, you compete with people above your level. You don't compete with people below your level just to feel better about yourself. That just means you have low self-esteem. And I'm not going to stop talking about it. I don't care how many times people tell me that they don't have anything else to do, or that they deserve to do it, they have the right to do it, this is BioWare's problem. I don't care. I'm going to keep saying this every single time, because I have to deal with this almost every single night. So I'm going to keep talking about it, because it's my channel, it's my commentary, and this is my critical thinking, and this is what I see, and it's well documented. The people doing this is well documented, and the negative impacts are well documented in very well written articles all over the place. Your opinion about this doesn't doesn't matter unless it's actually something that's valid. All the invalid opinions about this. Oh no, they're fine. No, they're not. It screws up the community. They can still win. It doesn't matter. It's how they win. It's how they play. It's how they do what they do and how they act. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't know. And everybody's trying really hard to deal with it, and I commend them for that. And that's why I don't just delete these, because people were trying really hard to win still. And you can see it just doesn't matter. And then even though everyone's playing their hearts out, they still stomp us right back to the frickin' starting point. For what? It's like they're gonna win. Is it their attention span? I just feel like it's because they need to feel better about themselves. Because Monday morning, they have to go back to their job that they probably suck at, getting yelled at by a boss they hate, doing a job that they don't like and didn't want, living with their parents or whatever, and they have to feel superior somewhere. They have to feel like they're accomplishing something, and they're not good at anything else, or they don't want to be good at anything else, and they're good at this one thing, and so they just crush everybody, and then they can go tell everybody, oh man, I crushed these guys in a game. Oh, cool, man. You're the big fish in the little pond. You can bully and beat up all the people weaker than you. That's you're a real man. 'Cause you're at the frickin' top of the food chain of the unranked, just mid-ground competitive food chain. That'd be like the NFL team playing the college team and then running around and bragging about it. It'd be like if the frickin' like Chicago Bulls went and played like a high school basketball team and then just stomped them like 100 points to 0, and they're like, yeah. It's like, what? Wow, guys, can you just go? Can you go home now? You did it. So what? What's the big deal? So you could play, like, because no other basketball teams would play you? Like, there were no basketball games going on tonight in your league, so you decided you're just gonna go to the high school and stomp all the high school basketball team? It's it's stupid. And it's not an every night thing, but it's damn near an every night thing. Sometimes it's a couple games in a row. Sometimes it's only one or two. Sometimes it's 5 or 6. But I already didn't get to play hardly at all this weekend. Servers were down. Servers were down Friday. Well, the matchmaking was down Friday. Can't remember why I didn't play yesterday. No, I did. I played Clone Wars, I think, yesterday. Actually, I can't even freaking remember. And then today I just wanted to play a couple Samus games. I actually won a Novare, and then just got stomped right into the ground. I've played nights where I've go to play my 6 games and I lose all 6 games in a row. Those aren't always against pre-mades, but sometimes it's just random statistical chance. But you run into these pre-mades and they're like stomp, 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 win, 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 win. You know they don't even need the points. Yeah, I guess they like to play that character or whatever, and they're already geared. I mean, I've talked to people, and they're like, yeah, I don't even need the comms. It's like their comms are maxed, they just keep playing. And I remember when Extremis, before McKeb finally hit critical mass on his gear, I remember when he did it because I could. PvP was a little different back then. Extremis could kill 3 people by himself. And it felt really neat for about 2 matches. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no matter what anybody. This is when Marauders were like. A lot of you probably, I don't know how many of you were playing back then. But Marauders used to be just hell incarnate. And they got the nerf stick a couple times until they were balanced-ish. Now I think they're a little too squishy, but I played a couple matches and I just destroyed everybody. I mean, I had almost a full tier 2 set, or could you actually get to tier 3 back then? I think there were 3 tiers back then. I was on my way to tier 2, working on tier 3 or something. I mean, I just destroyed everybody, and I was like, you know what? This isn't who I am. This isn't who I want to be. And I can't imagine what these people are going through when I've got 3 people on me and I'm like slash slash dead, slash slash dead, slash slash dead. I was like 2 and 3 hitting everybody. Just with my normal rotation that I still use today, but it's all balanced now. It's like, why? What kind of mindset sits there and thinks that that's fun? When did we stop caring about other people? When I guess since the internet came out and people are anonymous and stuff, but it's like when did people start defining who they are by how many people weaker than them that they can beat up? I mean, it's like the high school bully mentality has been applied to like every facet of life now, and then it gets defended. It gets defended, and it's is that self perpetuation. It's like you don't have to defend them. You don't have to. If you I saw that so much, and it's called crap, I'm gonna forget the name of it. Stockholm syndrome. It's where you defend the people that abuse you. It happens in domestic violence all the time. I was just watching this YouTube video the other day of an ex cop, and he said it happened all the time, like every night or whatever, where he would get called to a domestic violence dispute, and more often than not would get attacked by both people. The man had just clobbered the woman, black eye, whatever. You have to haul the guy off, right? And they would both attack. He said this happened all the time. He said that's why you don't, like, as a citizen, that's why you don't intervene in domestic violence unless somebody's life is literally at that second in danger. You just call the cops, because these people are so violent and confused And then half the time, the gal doesn't want the guy to get put away anyway, because when he is always going to get released. And they, more often than not, seek revenge the second they finally get out. You don't have to defend the people attacking you, just because you're not getting attacked at that very moment. And it's not going to protect you from getting attacked later. And it's the same thing at work. This applies to work too. If somebody's giving you a hard time at work, just because they're giving somebody else a hard time doesn't mean that you're safe. It just means that they'll get to you later, or that they've forgotten you and now someone else is suffering. I keep forgetting who this hangs from. Look it up really quick. I gotta make sure I say who I quote this from. Well, there's the saying, and I keep telling people at work because I just want to make sure that everybody remembers it. This is Benjamin Franklin. Blah, 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 it's late. Benjamin Franklin quote basically says, "We need to hang together, or most assuredly we will all hang separately." A lot of people have been using that quote, for like Second Amendment stuff, but it applies to bullying, and that bullying can be in MMOs, that bullying can be at school or at work. You don't have to defend you don't have to defend people doing this behavior. You don't have to. You can choose to defend everybody else. Right? Those are the people that just want to be left alone and do their own thing. Free thinking people. Okay? That's why I made this channel. I wanted to find more free thinking people. People with similar mindsets that want to do their own thing, be left alone, and focus on what's important to them, and not gonna run around and beat up everybody else for what they think, and just develop what they think with a crowd of people that all think similar stuff. I wanted a place for that, because right now there isn't a place for it. Holy crap. Even my channels just keep getting buried with people that disagree. Now, you don't want to tell them that they're the vocal minority, because they won't like that. But they are. They're the vocal minority. About 8 out of every 10 people, about 6 out of every 8 people in every war zone are usually just completely normal people that want to just play and be left alone. Then it's the other two that are not always, they're not always bad people. Some of them, like Beauty and the Beast, they're just like a healer and tank that are just want to cooperatively play. But other ones want to just absolutely stomp. We gotta hang together. I hope the channel works, and I hope that LucasArts lets me do the channel and stuff. But it's like we gotta stick together. Yeah, stop supporting these people. We gotta let these people know that they need to go find something else to do. Because when they realize that what they're doing is unpopular and nobody supports them, they'll have to go somewhere else, and then we'll have our game back. We'll be able to play. Just normal, average, unranked PvP. We're not trying to compete at their level. We don't want them competing at ours. And if they do, they need to behave. Protect their node. They don't need to just chase and run everybody down. That's an absolute total just dick thing to do. That's basically saying that you're not allowed to play. Basically what it is. And you shouldn't have to create a super group every time a couple people decide to act that way. We're trying to create normal groups and deal with tactics that are just normal tactics. Not to get pulled and punted off the side. I don't know why I still can't freaking believe that they did that. That's like saying you're not even good enough to fight. Pulled and just pumped me off the side, and then farm me all the way back to the starting point the entire game. It's basically saying you can't play. And I don't care. Honestly, I'm tired of people disagreeing with me about this. I've already heard it. I've heard it 1,000 times. They deserve to play. You know what? That's the same. I've heard this so many times. Murderers are people too, you know. And then they turn around and in court put the frickin' victims on trial. It's that stupid ass mentality that's just destroying our frickin' society from the inside out. Because you got this tiny subset of people that glorify and perpetuate bad behavior and defend it. Well, they have their rights. They have their rights to their bad behavior. That's fine. Until they start getting in everybody's way. It's like all the different, just a million different bad behaviors come to mind. And it's like, they're all defended. Each one of them have some group defending it. Some of them for virtuous reasons, and some of them for selfish reasons, and some of them just have some sick tendency to just defend bad behavior wherever it is. Just play that devil's advocate. They go into just bad behavior defense mode and ignore all reason and defend the bullying. Ah, look how many freaking people don't spend a day in jail after bullying people so bad that they kill themselves. Every freaking day. Every freaking day, man. And people just defend them till they're blue in the face. They didn't do anything wrong. What? Person killed himself. They didn't do anything wrong. It's just, it's, my friend called it sick thinking. It's literally when you have a polluted mind, polluted morals. It's these backwards ass ridiculous morals where you're supporting like a sick, dying, withering, polluted society. So, yeah. I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm not gonna stop. I don't care. I don't care how many friggin' people try to tell me that they have the right to do what they do. They don't. And if enough people stand up, they'll get the message. And if people don't stand up, then we're gonna keep getting stomped on. And we don't have to beat them at their own game. We don't have to lower ourselves. We just raise our expectations. That's it. Just raise our expectations. And stick together. Like Hera was trying to do. Thanks again for sticking with me in that last number. Much appreciated. There are good people out there. There really are. And we need to support good people, healthy thinking people. That's what we need to support. That's what we need to be doing. That's the only way things can get better. So, we have guilds like Grim who are creating a positive environment. And so I really appreciate that. And I tell them all the time. They've been so supportive. It's been really cool. And they're pretty modest, too. They're pretty modest. I like that. I tell them all the time how appreciative I am of what they do. Because there's a lot of them. And they get the games going. And even if they have to play against each other, they just do it. And that's freaking awesome. That's the kind of stuff I would expect from like a big successful guild. You spread your guys out, you help get the games going, and we beat the crap out of each other and have a good time and shake hands at the end, frickin' queue back up and do it again. That's what I would expect. That's what I would do if I had a giant ass PvP guild. Hair is so funny. They're all funny. They're all great. I haven't met a single Grim member that I didn't like. I like them all. They're so funny and cool. Anyway, that's all I got. I've been rambling. It's freaking late and I gotta go to work in the morning. So, I actually have something really freaking important that I gotta start working on at work tomorrow. My boss emailed me on a freaking Sunday night. My boss, 3 times up, emailed me on the Sunday night saying I gotta start working on this immediately. And he's right. He's totally right. I do. So, I gotta get going on that. He's a great guy. My boss 3 times up is a great guy. He's like the inspiration for almost everything I do. He's the inspiration for hundreds of us. What kind of guy like that high up in a frickin' Sunday night emails you and tells you you're doing a good job, tells you to keep doing what you're doing and that you're doing a good job and to keep doing it, and that you have their full support and that you're on the right track. Like, who can say they have a boss 3 times up that does that? It's freaking amazing. So how can I not help other people? You have to help as many people as you possibly can that are actually helpable. So that's what I'm trying to do. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna shut this off, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to start uploading these now, starting with the vlog. So if you haven't, start with the vlog first. That kind of helps explain things that I can't go over news-wise. It was taking up too much of my channel time, too much of my PvP time trying to go through the news really fast. So thanks for watching, and talk to you guys later. Bye.